Hello, my name is Jonah, and today we're going to be talking about chicken. You heard me right, chicken. But first, I'd like to start off by asking how many of you out there have actually eaten chicken before? I would assume that's about all of you. In fact, the Huffington Post claims that the average American consumes around 53 pounds of chicken each year. According to Purdue University, that's about 8 billion chickens a year, which is about a billion more chickens consumed than there is humans on Earth. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I love eating chicken. It is one of my favorite kinds of food. From chicken wings to chicken sandwiches, dark or light, you can't find chicken I don't like. My favorite kind of chicken, though, is the chicken nugget. Whether it's because it's hand size or it's because it's so juicy, I'm not sure, but I love the chicken nugget. So when Tyson chickens were featured in the Viking Commons, where I commonly eat, I had to go check it out. When I googled it, I saw a PETA video about an undercover agent that went into a Tyson factory and started filming. The thing is, I knew it was going to be bad, but I never imagined it could be this bad. In the video, I saw workers taking live chickens, grabbing them by the head, and beheading them. Right there, like ripping their heads off. I saw workers grabbing chickens by the feet and smacking them against chains until they die. Or against other chickens. Literally taking a live chicken and killing it by smacking it against other live chickens. I saw workers that would take a butcher's knife and, again, 2 live chickens, just swinging it randomly into the crowd, not even trying to go for a quick, painless death, just straight up torturing these chickens. I saw a worker peeing against a wall right next to a chicken conveyor line. It was the most horrific thing I have seen in a long time. The reason it was disturbing to me, though, wasn't because the animals were being killed. It was because they were being tortured before they were being killed. So, the question remains, why does the Viking Commons serve food that's from Tyson? Is it for economic reasons? Is it for taste reasons? It's a really good kind of chicken? The answer actually is neither. They don't even have a choice of where they buy the food from. Apparently, all the dining halls get their food from one source, Amnear, which is a problem because changing the behavior of large corporations is often very difficult and sometimes impossible work. So then the answer just occurred to me. What if we stopped eating chicken from the Viking Commons altogether? Just cut it out of our diet. If we know it comes from a place that abuses chickens, then we just stop buying the chicken. I probably went to about 15 different people and asked them that very same question. Would you stop eating chicken from the Viking Commons if it came from an abused location? And almost all of them said no. And I had to confront myself and ask myself that question. And when I seriously thought about it, I came up with the same answer, no. So I was forced to draw a conclusion that seemed very negative to me. We as human beings are very selfish creatures. We will act impulsively only to serve our best interests unless we have external pressure otherwise. Of course, the one exception to this rule is vegans or vegetarians. So I decided to see why did they become a vegan or a vegetarian. Met up with Hannah, a member of Eating with a Heart, in a crowded cafe. We talked for over an hour, but there was one portion of the interview that I found particularly interesting. What kind of challenges are typically faced? Like, I think you mentioned like vitamin deficiency and other social pressures. Like, are there like what and are they worse for like vegetarian, like the transition from meat eating to vegetarianism, or is it vegetarianism to veganism, or in your opinion?
I think it depends on the way you do it, because we have some members in the club who just went straight cold turkey from eating all meat and dairy to just being completely vegan. And I think you definitely need to have a lot of education and background and knowledge about the topic before you do that, or else the withdrawals are going to be way too bad for you to stick with it. When I went vegetarian, it was just like, I saw a couple documentaries and then I was like, okay, I'll just stop eating red meat. And I ate turkey sandwiches like literally every day for lunch, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna live without turkey sandwiches. I eat them every day. Like,
Right.
what am I gonna do? And then, I just stopped eating red meat, and then I would eventually, take out turkey sandwiches. I would replace it with a tuna sandwich, and then I slowly started taking out meat, and then I was vegetarian for like a year and a half before I even went vegan. So it's just, for me, it was a slow process.
It was then that I realized what the problem was. I expected people to make great monumental change based on just chickens being abused. But we as humans can't do that. Instead, what I asked them was, would you stop eating Tyson chicken nuggets if you knew that it was being abused? And most of them in that circumstance would say yes. Because it was very specific and easy to give up, we actually will do the right thing. So the way we combat animal abuse and the way we can change our own environment is by making small changes that can lead to a greater change in the future. My name is Jonah Rundy, and this is Where Does the Chicken Come From? It's these expressions